Okay. We might finish this episode. Looks like I can go to -5, so... But I want to go to -4 first. Do not remove, do not copy.
Sublevel 4.
Marmont's office. Oh, it's that? It's not Jules, it's Diane at Mormont's office. I like how she took the fucking... his picture off the wall.
Ooh, nice office.
Hmm. Can I go either way? Yeah. I don't think there's going to be anything special either way, though. Oh, save room. No, there's not. More batteries. I'm actually doing okay on shotgun shells. I could use some, like, painkillers or something, but... I guess I'm not going to complain too much. Shifting geometry bullshit. Okay. Well.
Come on.
Navigate the archives. Oh, hello. More shotgun shells, another flashbang. I wouldn't mind more black rock launcher ammo. I'd very much be okay with that. Damn it. I only have 2 of these left. That...
Diana sat in her office. A weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her. She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared. Breach detected. Then the walls of the archives rumbled. A tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this. Her and Jules, their ambition, their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered. In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile.
Oh. Romantic, in a way. Fuck. Oh, hey. Would you look at that? Shotgun shells. Ooh, there we go. More black rock. I do like how that lifted me up a little bit. They definitely made this place hard. I gotta say, up until this point, hard hasn't been all that hard, but they're not giving me a lot of resources here. Well, they're giving me enough ammo. I guess they're not giving me a lot of healing, is the thing. Oh, hello. Okay. I didn't notice the tapping A thing in time. Annoying. I hope I don't have to do that whole thing again. Well. Ask and you shall receive.
Come on.
Ooh, I think I missed that the first time, so that's nice to get. Batteries, shotgun shells. Everything's reloaded, right? Yes. Well, I know the first thing I'm going to run into, I'm going to need to kill with this, so... Not openable. Ooh, that gave me a trauma pad this time, and a flare. I already read that. Okay, sure. Okay. Sure. I fucking hate how the third person will fuck the flashlight up sometimes. 'Cause they'll like dodge. It'll be right in front of me. Ooh, that was a good grab. I'm gonna save because of that. They'll be right in front of me, and I'll be aiming at them with the flashlight, but they'll be like, the flashlight will be behind them for some reason. It's annoying. Not as good of a grab from there, though. Some batteries. Gonna need this first. Okay, that had shotgun shells. I think I missed an ammo container from the first room, too. Or no, it had batteries in it. I missed the fucking... the chest, I think, though. Like an idiot. Nothing in that one. Come on. I think a flare here. There we go. There we fucking go. Used up like all my shoddy rounds, but at least I got plenty of these. Shotgun shells? Batteries. That's nothing. That one's leaking. Oh, hey. I just got a clear run now?
Ghastly. Something isn't right. It might be best to fill the test. Deep breath. 6 deep breaths.
On the morning of Redacted, the musician held at the lake house for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage of the cell from the night before was damaged by electrical interference by an undetermined nature. Redacted, known professionally as Redacted, had produced a song called 6 Deep Breaths during her time at the lake house that was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Marmont and Dr. Marmont. Redacted somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Redacted were brief, with any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house's mandate of confidentiality. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff of the lake house were involved in the disappearance of Redacted. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used the song they created as a Redacted means of escape. C. All material related to and work produced by Redacted will be stored in the archive for further reference. D. Online checks for public reappearance of Redacted are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated with redacted in the past. Known activity with para, paratilitaryan slash AWE activity. Redacted. The House of Dreams at blogspot.com slash question mark n equal 1 redacted. www.sirensociety.io redacted, blessed redacted, etc. For the up-to-date full list, refer to redacted. Ooh, that looks ominous. Did that go straight? Yeah. Now that we've gone through it, that goes straight to the elevator again. Oh, there's a light shift that is active now.
The lake house was underwater. The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. "I know you're here," they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home, their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
Password 6685298. Hard work. Official complaint. Hello, Dr. Mormont. I received your formal complaint about Jules' behavior. You claim he is maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says that they have simply been misplaced. I understand you are frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If this issue persists at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate this issue. Does that sound agreeable? Sincerely, Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. Archive. Abandoned Project Archive. You can't forbid anything. You are not going to, from the Marmonts, you are not going to keep me from the most important work of my life. If you're too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed me more than I needed you. No, Diana, I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What is the point in succeeding if we are dead? I am head of research here, and I forbid you from proceeding. Don't pretend you are worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wake's, whatever those may be. The ATD are producing better and better results. We just need to keep doing the work. Diana, considering the details on the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's stuff. We must not endanger our staff. No, he refused. You know, protocol does not allow for this sort of thing, and he says he will be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon, like we are children. This is very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have any idea like this, come to me first. Letter from Darling. What did he say? Was it approved? Letter from Darling Archive. I just received a letter from Darling about a request you made to bring in live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks? Is that everything in here? Looks like it. Oh no, I didn't read this. Project Arbutus, the definition of art, a study by Dr. Diana Marmont, PhD. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of crafts that fall under the name. To To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affecting reality have centered on writing. Wake 2010. Cinematography is also suspected, though not directly confirmed, Zane 1970. What about other mediums? We will need to test the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on, not to mention the myriad of genres or methods within each medium. And what about the crafts outside of the most common artistic expression? Does any active creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodworking, etc.? What about non-physical mediums? Why is music an art and philosophy is not? Does something become art due to its medium, its quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression, or an equation made up of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must factor reach into the equation to succeed? Clearly, there is much to determine. We must begin with developing a methodology using a vast range of arts and general creative endeavors, both physical and mental, then find a way to test their potential connection to Cauldron Lake threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma with many layers to pull away. If we are to understand it and ultimately bring it under control, the work will take years.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight living space. This is how Jules lost his subject, though. I need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
So she had some prescriptions here. Can I open this? Yeah. I don't think I want to go that way, though. Will it even let me? I don't think it will. I'm not gonna try it. I don't want to get like insta-killed and then have to do all that shit again. This song's kind of a banger. I do like the like going into the mind of a scientist and trying to like quantify what art means or what it is. That's a really interesting take on like everything. Can I get back to the elevator? Yes, I can. Looks like it's just a straight shot now. Do not contaminate the lake house with unrelated art. Figurines, ornaments, decorations, and other trinkets are forbidden on employees' desks. Look, listen, think. A safe workspace is everyone's responsibility. But yeah, I like that I don't know, just the idea of a scientist. Ooh, there's a trying to quantify what art means and like going through all this trouble. Clearly going fucking insane too, bringing in live subjects and trapping artists and making them make art for them and shit. It's a very interesting take, and I really enjoy it. I'm only 26 minutes in, but I think I'm going to call it here. This will be a mildly short episode. But that leaves an entire episode for tackling subsection 5, which will probably take that. So, well, and I mean, anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.